Every January, everyone, everywhere publishes the same list of top 50 graphic design trends for the year. Most of those trends will be dead and over by June, and if you actually try to chase all of them, your designs will end up looking like everybody else's designs, which is the complete opposite of what following any of these trends are supposed to do for you. After working in graphic design for over a decade, I'm here to tell you that most of them don't actually matter. There's only a small handful of them that will genuinely change what you should be making. So in this video, I'm going to show you the only 5 graphic design trends that actually matter in 2026. So 5 years ago, if your Instagram post, your pitch deck, your client report, or whatever digital content you created looked clean, on brand, and didn't have typos, you were ahead of like 90% of the people out there making visuals. Not anymore. Every AI tool, every phone app now generates that same exact look in about 90 seconds and for free, which means looking clean and on brand stopped being a signal of great design effort. It became the default. If I were just going to scroll through, like, let's say my favorite social media feed for a second, you'll see that there's a ton of pastel gradients with a centered quote, a logo in the corner. Your brain doesn't even register it. Before you've read a word, you've already filed it under generic business post. And that's not because those posts are bad, it's because your brain has been trained on tens of thousands of them. Standing out requires a different move entirely, which begs the obvious question: if clean and templated doesn't work anymore, then what does? So the move replacing the clean templated look is what I'd call intentional imperfection, like hand-drawn marks, torn paper, sticker layering, any sign that a person actually touched this and made a choice to help this stand out. Canva actually tracks design search behavior across their 260 million users, and their 2026 data shows searches for DIY, collage, and imperfect design elements are up 90% year over year. Searches for like uncanny and surreal aesthetics are up 220%. That's not a niche trend. That's not even the 80-20 rule. That's a flood of people. So the reason behind this is so obvious. If you stop and think about it, every feed you scroll is flooded with AI generated content now. Everybody's eyes have quietly learned to see that slickness and distrust it. AI didn't kill design jobs. It made human design intervention suddenly the most valuable skill in the world. If you look at a brand like Liquid Death, the whole visual identity is chaotic, like hand-drawn, messy on purpose, like a teenager made it in Microsoft Paint. And that's not an accident. That's the most deliberate design choice they could have made in 2026, because every single piece of it screams a real human with taste did this at a moment when almost nothing else you see online does. Now, before you freak out, you don't need to go full Liquid Death. Tiny moves count too, like a hand-drawn arrow instead of a stock icon, or a slightly torn edge on an image, or a scanned doodle behind your headline. So any of these signal a real human being made this on purpose. And in 2026, that quality alone is worth more than another perfectly centered template. Now, you might be thinking, if I start throwing texture and scribbles and torn paper into everything, aren't I going to look a little amateurish? And that brings us to the third shift, because imperfection only works when you do this one other thing around it. All right, the reason imperfection works for a brand like Liquid Death and not your average small business is the same reason a chef can break the rules and a beginner can't. If everything on your page is loud and textured and hand-drawn, you don't have a design, you have noise. So imperfection is a single loud instrument. It needs silence around it. So the formula that's actually working in 2026 is this: one font, clean background, plenty of space, cut every element that isn't earning its spot. Then add one loud thing. That one thing does all the work. Everything else stays out of its way. But don't think of this as minimalism. Think of it as staging. You're not building a pretty empty page, you're building a stage for one thing. So the empty space isn't a style choice, it's the reason the loud thing hits. So look at the New York Times designs, their big feature pieces, or how Monocle sets their magazine covers, or how The Economist does a single image cover. No, one enormous image, one oversized word, enormous white space. That's the whole composition. And it stops you in your tracks when you see it. Get down to the one thing that matters and then make that thing unignorable. All right, the 3 first shifts have all been about how things should look on the page, and that's half the picture in 2026. The other half is this: what should you even be making in the first place? If you look at what's quietly been winning on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok for the last year, it's not the prettiest posts. It's the densest ones, like a carousel that breaks down 12 frameworks in 12 slides, the infographic that takes a boring 40-page report and compresses it into something you actually want to read. So Canva tracked 85% year-over-year increase in searches for design style and editorial layouts. The reframe here is the one I want you to walk away with. Graphic design in 2026 is not decoration anymore. It's packaging. The clearest version of this is infographics. Visual infographic content gets shared and saved at several times the rate of standard posts or photo posts. So a good infographic is basically a blog post compressed into something someone will actually screenshot and send to a coworker. That's a competitive advantage most small businesses are sleeping on in 2026. And the absolute gold standard in visually appealing and shareable infographic templates is Piktochart. And if you can't find a ready-made template that fits exactly what you want in there, the Piktochart AI generator will make you one. It's really, truly a lifesaver. Now, the same logic applies to editorial style carousels, design style lead magnets, anything that turns information you already have into something savable. That's the design format winning right now. And not because it's prettier, it's because it survives the scroll. So before you dive in, instead ask yourself, is there a version of this where I take what I actually know, what I teach my clients, the mistakes I've watched people make, and I package it into something someone would screenshot? If the answer is yes, make that instead. The biggest shift in 2026 isn't a visual trend at all. It's how designs get made. Everyone I know who's consistently putting out amazing standout design work in 2026, whether they're a solopreneur or a 5-person team, has quietly stopped thinking in terms of individual designs. Instead, they think in terms of systems. So a system is a small, locked-in set of reusable parts, which I'm going to call your brand kit system. Once you have these locked in, you don't have to design each post from scratch. You can easily create new content from your own brand kit system. So the work will get faster, your output will become more consistent, and everything you make will look and feel like you because it is you. For a solopreneur or a small business, a brand kit system might be 5 colors, 2 fonts, 1 texture, 1 illustration style. Like, that's your brand kit system. And having those 5 things locked in is what separates people who post consistently for years from people who burn out trying to reinvent every graphic from scratch. Generating random AI images for every post doesn't make your brand feel more consistent. It makes it feel more random. But using AI inside a brand kit system to execute the 50th version of something you already know works. That's the version of AI that actually saves you time instead of creating more work. So it's why I built the AI generator inside Piktochart to pull from your brand kit system automatically. So when you type a prompt, the output already uses your colors, your fonts, your saved style. Like, this same principle really works with any tool, but you build brand kit system once, then let whatever you're using execute within it. So stack all 5 of those together, and that's what graphic design in 2026 actually looks like. Now, out of all 5 of those, the one that'll save you the most time is the last one, turning what you already know into savable design content without starting from scratch every time. So click this video here because I walk through the exact process for doing that. How to take any piece of content you've got, a blog post, a podcast script, a set of notes, and turn them into a shareable infographic in under 10 minutes. I'll see you over there.